Welcome to Astrocast.TV, your source for news and information about astronomy and our solar system. Now, here are your hosts, NASA JPL Solar System Ambassadors, Greg Redfern and Dr. Lori Feaga.
It's episode 7, and in this episode, I'll be talking about a hopeful new member to the exclusive Lunar Club. Also, the European Space Agency's Venus Express has taken some 3D images of the powerful winds of Venus. But first, let me introduce you to the newest member of the Astrocast.TV team, and that is Dr. Lori Feaga, a fellow NASA JPL Solar System Ambassador and a research associate at the University of Maryland.
Thanks, Greg. I'm excited to be here, and I look forward to working with you and the rest of the Astrocast.TV team. And I will be reporting more on NASA's Phoenix mission and about the first spacecraft ever scheduled in 2014 to land on a comet.
I'm looking forward to hearing about that. Later this month, India is hoping to join the Lunar Club by launching its Chandrayaan-1 lunar orbiter spacecraft. Members of the Lunar Club are the U.S., Russia, Japan, and China, countries who have sent spacecraft to the moon. As I speak, Chandrayaan-1 is scheduled for an October 22nd liftoff. The Indian Space Research Organization, or ISRO, wants to place Chandrayaan-1 into an orbit 100 kilometers above the moon for a 2-year mission that will include mapping the entire lunar surface in 3 dimensions, searching for minerals, and exploring lunar geology. Chandrayaan-1 will carry 5 Indian-made cameras and instruments to study the moon from lunar orbit, while 5 other instruments designed by scientists in the U.S. and Europe will piggyback on the Indian mission. Scientists from the Indian Space Research Organization have also placed a Moon Impact Probe, a 29-kilogram instrument about twice the size of a shoebox, aboard the spacecraft that will be released to impact onto the moon's surface after a 20-minute fall. The impact probe will test small rockets that will be used to slow down the fall. This is being done to prepare for ISRO's launch of an unmanned lunar lander in 2012. India's first lunar mission has cost about $100 million, of which a large percentage has gone into a new deep space antenna network to communicate with spacecraft on interplanetary missions. The current launch window for Chandrayaan-1 opens October 19th and ends on October 28th. ISRO will closely monitor weather conditions for the launch as the monsoon season begins in October. India's Polar Satellite Launch Vehicle will be used for the mission. Japan and China currently have active lunar missions, and NASA will be launching 2 lunar spacecraft, both using the same Atlas launch vehicle in February 2009.
NASA's Phoenix mission just wrapped up another 30 exciting days on the red planet, digging deeper than it ever has and getting a bit windblown. Phoenix, which landed on Mars on May 25, 2008, was originally scheduled to end operations after 90 Martian days, or sols, but because NASA extended the mission by 30 days, Phoenix was able to conduct additional experiments. Tiny tornadoes called dust devils are developing in the Arctic plain where Phoenix landed. In fact, 6 dust devils were seen by the Surface Stereo Imager on SOL 104, ranging in diameter from 2 to 5 meters. A key factor in the whirlwinds forming and getting stronger is an increase in the difference between daytime and nighttime temperatures. Daytime highs at the Phoenix site are about minus 30 degrees Celsius. That's a cold day at the beach. But as the nights get longer, nighttime lows have been dropping a few degrees, getting close to minus 90 degrees Celsius. Due to Mars's thin atmosphere, however, there is no threat of damage to Phoenix from these dust devils. Phoenix hit another milestone on SOL 90 when it grabbed a sample of Martian soil from a trench 7 inches deep. That's about 3 times deeper than any other trench the lander has dug. The trench is called Stone Soup and lies on the borderline between 2 of the low, polygon-shaped hummocks that characterize the Arctic plain. The soil sample filled the 3rd cell of the wet chemistry laboratory on board Phoenix. The wet chemistry laboratory mixes Martian soil with purified water brought from the Earth as part of its process for identifying soluble nutrients and other chemicals in the soil. This deeper material may prove to be compositionally different than the more shallow samples.
Joining us in a special appearance is Katie Moore from the Smithsonian's National Air and Space Museum, where she will tell us what's up for the month of October. Katie.
Thanks, Greg. Near the end of the month, starting on October 20th and going through November 3rd, you can participate in the Great Worldwide Star Count. People across the world will be going outside, finding a constellation, and counting the stars that they see in that constellation. To participate, go outside about an hour after sunset, about 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. local time, and let your eyes adjust to the darkness. Then find either Cygnus or Sagittarius, depending on your location. Count the stars to determine how dark your sky is. The Great Worldwide Star Count provides charts that show how many stars are visible in the constellations for different sky brightness conditions. You can download these limiting magnitude charts from their website. Pick the one that best matches how you see the constellation, and then return to the website to report what you see online. During and after the event, you can view the results to find out how many stars people are able to see across the world. Now back to Greg and Lori.
Have you heard of Portal to the Universe? Well, we're going to discover all about it right now. Joining me is Dr. Pamela Gay, the International Year of Astronomy 09 Task Force member for Portal to the Universe, or PTTU. Pamela, welcome to Astrocast.tv.
Thank you for having me.
What is Portal to the Universe, and how does it relate to the International Year of Astronomy, or IYA 09?
It's a website that seeks to be a one-stop shop for anyone trying to find any website or even physical location that dedicates its efforts to astronomy. The Portal to the Universe is going to bring to its visitors the latest news from astronomy coming out of the world's observatories and astronomy departments. It's going to bring together the bloggers and vodcasters and astro-imagers of the world and index their feeds of images and content. We're going to have a comprehensive directory of astronomy facilities, everything from your local observatory to your local astronomy telescope store, all in one place, all under the roof of the Portal to the Universe.
How can users benefit from PTTU?
One of the greatest features of PTTU is it allows people who otherwise might spend 3 hours Googling all the neat little stories on some new news event to find them in one place. So for instance, say some really nearby gamma ray burst goes off and half the observers of the planet are able to see it naked eye, and you want to learn what you missed while you were asleep. Well, on Portal to the Universe, we're going to bring all the blog articles about that one story together in one place and connect them directly to the press release. It should save time, and it should also help people find the little voices they might not otherwise find. There's a lot of great people out there writing really good content about astronomy, but for whatever reason, they just haven't yet risen to the top of the Google search engine. We're going to help you be able to find those voices that you enjoy reading the most.
October 1st, 1958. 50 years ago, NASA opened its doors and began operations that led to its astronauts circling the world, walking on the moon, piloting the first winged spacecraft, and constructing the International Space Station. Its robotic spacecraft have studied Earth, visited all the planets, and soon the dwarf planet Pluto, imaged the universe at many wavelengths, and peered back to the very beginnings of time. Congratulations, NASA, and happy 50th. Many, many more.
That's all the time we have for this episode. Remember to visit us at www.astrocast.tv, where you can watch archive episodes of Astrocast.tv and follow links to more information about some of our stories. You can also ask our science advisor, Dr. Harold Geller, an astronomy question.
For all of us here at Astrocast.tv, I'm Greg Redfern.
And I'm Lori Figge.
Tune in next time as we learn more about the wonders and mysteries of the universe in which we live and explore.
Thanks for watching Astrocast. For more information on astronomy and our solar system, come visit us at astrocast.tv.